What's going on, guys? I'm back again with another have and have nots review. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. We haven't seen the show in, I believe it's 2 weeks. I felt like it was a decent show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just jump into it. This is raw I thought about what I was gonna say a few minutes ago, but I literally just watched the show. Literally, like on my lunch break. So anyways, we pick up where we left off with Benny, the money, Candace. He confronts her about the money. She swears up and down it's her money. And then he's like, no way, this is your money, this is my money. I can tell by, I wrapped it up a certain way, Benny was talking and saying he wrapped the money a certain way. And so then he proceeded to ask, like, why is it blood on the money? Then, he starts putting two and two together. And he comes up with a conclusion that the blood is on the money because, it's from the guy that mommy, mommy stabbed or whatever. And, Candace downplays it and tells Ben that's the money she's been making, since she's been at the hotel. And, this whole time I'm watching the show, I'm noticing that Candace is, stumbling over her words, her thoughts. That's so unlike her. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's talking to Benny, it's so unlike her, and it was pissing me off because she is way much more than how she was acting, in this scene. You know what I'm saying? She always have lie after lie after lie to tell, and like this entire scene pissed me off because we could tell that she was lying, and usually we know that she's lying, and she's, doing a great job of acting as if she isn't lying. But this entire scene, just by the way she was stumbling over her thoughts, her lies, her words, you could tell she was lying. And it pissed me off because that is not who her character is. I'm gonna need you to work on that, Tyler. Like, really. So anyways, Benny goes on to tell Candy that he's gonna count the money, and if it comes up to be $45,000, because he asked her how much money was it, she wasn't able to tell him. But if it comes up to be $45,000, she gonna have to have some answers. So he sits, he counts it, and she trying to talk to him, and he tells her to shut up. Then once Benny confirms that it's $45,000 is his money, Candace admits to sending the thug there, and he was just there to scare mom. And Benny was just like, what you mean? Like, mommy is not okay. Mommy can barely think straight. Like, that shook her. Like, all of that good stuff like that. And so he goes on to ask her, what was she thinking? And she just keep going on and on, telling Benny that she need the money, that he needs to get mom, Hannah, to sign over the money because she really needs it. And so, Benny just keep going on, like he in a mellow tone voice talking about it wasn't right, that she sent a man, a thug in there to rough her mom. And Candace still asking for the money, and Benny just like, I ain't giving you SHIT. He said, I ain't giving you beat ever. You know what I'm saying? And how this is, I'm gonna tell you how I felt about the scene after I go through it. So then, he tells her that she need to stop putting herself in all these situations, to where she got to do all this sneaky, conniving, no good type of stuff. And Candace makes up a lie and tells Benny that if she don't get the money, that he's gonna kill her. Obviously, Benny now wants to know who he is, so he can quote unquote handle him. And Candace was like, don't worry about who he is, just give me the money and I'll take care of it. And Benny was like, this'll break mommy's. Y'all know how he loved mommy. He was like, this'll break her heart if she finds out that, you did this. Which any mom, regardless, it's heartbreaking, but that's why I love Candace in this show, because you know, she drives the show, her and Veronica, but I'm getting off subject. So Benny ends up telling Candace that they giving the money back to who the money belongs to, which is, you know, the Criers. And, you know, Benny pretty much was like he never been heartbroken, but Candace just broke his heart. Then he get up and leave and runs into Jill. You know, she's coming to see Candace. And before I touch on that, let me talk on the whole Benny and Candace situation. Let me tell you what pissed me off in this scene. And it's one thing in particular. And you guys may feel where I'm coming from, but Benny just wasn't mad enough for me. He just wasn't. He wasn't cussing. He wasn't throwing nothing. He wasn't acting a fool. Man, look here. Let me find out my sister, my brother, my cousin, my family member, but even better, my sister, somebody who came from my mama's womb, just like I did, had somebody break into her house, rough her up over some money, over anything. Benny pissed me. Look, this was the perfect opportunity, Tyler, for you to take Benny's character to a whole nother level. He could have told, you know, he could have. Listen, I would have been okay with him slapping Candace. I would have been okay with him tearing up the room. He was too calm. He was too cool. You don't send nobody at my mom, and I'm just going to sit there and have a civilized conversation with you. And the most I do to you is tell you that you ain't getting SHIT ever from me again. It pissed me off. I'm just like, this was the time we could take a step in Benny's character, you know, because for some reason I feel like the only person Candace humbles herself for is Benny, and you know, we could have taken advantage of that. Let my brother, I ain't got no sister, but let them tell me, let me find out that they're sending a hitman at my mama. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna put them in the hospital or something. Benny ain't do nothing. That really pissed me off as I was watching, you know what I'm saying, the show. So then, like I say, Benny's leaving, he runs into Jill. He puts two and two together. He figured out that Candace had Jill distract him so he wouldn't go home. And now he upset because he fell for the, another slut. I'm just like, Benny, look here, man. We could have did without that scene. Because let me tell you why. Benny, you stick your meat in any processor and I let you stick it in there. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't even think about what you're doing with a woman before you do it. You just go sticking it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You bound to get distracted by some, from the goodies. Anyway, so Benny storms out, leave. Jill apologizes to Candace about Benny, and Candace got mad because she slept with him, but she doing a job which is keeping him occupied so he wouldn't pull up on you, and Candace slaps her. And Jill tells Candace that the police investigating Oscar's quote unquote suicide. They trying to confirm it, and talks about just talking about they going around asking about Oscar's suicide. And y'all know Jill, don't forget Jill, undercover agent who's selling that punani. I wish my woman would tell me she going undercover and she gonna have to sleep with some birds. It's over. I hope she's single. So anyways, moving on. We get a scene, Veronica, she talking to SK or whatever, that pretty face boy name, whatever. And, they talking about Justin, the time that Justin arrested him. And she was like, why is it on your rap sheet? Because he was like, Justin let me go. And so she's trying to figure out what it was. Why did Justin let him go? He basically was like, he took me in the room. He felt on me, then he got mad because I couldn't get it up. And then, when Jeffrey was in jail, he tried to flaunt me in front of Jeffrey like I was his. I don't care nothing about that. So Veronica gives him a proposal. She tells him that she wants him to get close to Jeffrey, keep tabs on Jeffrey for her, because ever since he left her house, it hasn't been easy, I'll say that. It hasn't been easy for her to keep tabs on Jeffrey. And she told him that if he do, this one thing for her, pretending like Jeffrey is, and all that good stuff, she can make, his record disappear. He have a clean record, all that good stuff. So, anyways, moving on, Benny comes home. The first person he sees is Derek. And I'm so happy that him and Derek finally had a baby boy moment, because Derek is obviously Melvin, and Benny is Jody. You know what I'm saying? And Benny hasn't reached. Benny ain't gonna never grow. At least Jody grew up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Benny mad, asking Derek why he's still here. And Derek tells Benny that he slept there, you know what I'm saying? You know, make sure Hannah all good. And I'm just like, Benny, you been out all night, man. You should be having somebody stay with your mama since you out here trying to sleep with hookers and, you know, whatever. So Derek tells Benny that Hannah is asleep, don't bother him. And, you know, Benny, then they had the heart to heart. And Benny was like, look, man, she all I got. She ain't got nothing. This house we living in isn't ours. And if you just here to try to use my mama, you might as well get to stepping. Derek lets Benny know we want the same thing. I want to keep that smile on her face, love her. A woman that beautiful deserves a man who's gonna show her some respect. And I'm just like, okay, Tyler, I'm gonna address that at the end. And so they end up somewhat coming to seeing eye to eye, and then Benny tells Derek that Candace was the one to send the thug over there to rough her up, and then, you know, Derek was like, you can't tell Hannah, that'll break her heart. And Benny was like, you know that well already, whatever. And Derek tells Benny that, you know, he got some guys, he was young once too. He got some cats he can hit up, and we can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, bruh never does this again. And so, you know, they on the same page. And I'm just happy that them two can find, at least Benny. Because, you know, y'all know Benny be pissing me off every episode, trying to act all macho, like he the man. Look at how you the man in the house. You ain't got your mama cleaning, your mama washing Jim Cryer drawers to support you. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. You ain't looking for no job. You out here trying to play. I don't know what kind, like, I don't even know what Benny do. I mean, like, as far as like, I mean, is he trying to protect Candace? Is he trying to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He out here trying to play, let's start up a tow truck company. I'll say that. While Hannah over here watching Jim and Catherine draws to make sure he got food to eat. And it just pissed me off. And I don't really like Derek either. But I can deal with him better than Benny. At least Derek got a job. Derek make money. You know what I'm saying? Derek can take Hannah out on dates and, you know, do what a man contribute some kind of way other than saying mommy, which that's all this Benny do. So I'm happy they was able to sit down. Benny was able to get over the fact that Derek really ain't trying to play his mama because I ain't got time for it. So moving on, the hotel manager from the hotel, that Catherine is she's a board member, but she has the largest share, so he comes to her. Let her know about the whole suicide, that they are investigating to make sure it's a suicide. Then he brings up the prostitution ring, and he wants to let her know that Jim is involved, you know, as a heads up before, you know, he don't want to embarrass her or Jim because none other board members know. And Catherine was just like, you ain't gonna embarrass me. You know, this whole town, you know, he can't keep it in his pants. Like, he likes sleeping with prostitutes. So, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, he lets Catherine know they not only just looking to arrest the girls, but they're also looking to, you know, arrest some, you know, the head of the operation. And I tell you what, the way Jim was with Gia, I would look, Tyler better take Jim down. He better. I'm gonna just leave it there. So, you know, that's pretty much that conversation. And then the hotel manager trying to shoot his shot with Hannah. Not Hannah, but Catherine. I mean, is it just me? But I'm not here for Miss Catherine trying to be a teenager in a slut. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I'm not here for it. Like, her character is, let's not try to make her into, you know what I'm saying, somebody who pulling men left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go down that road, Tyler. So moving on. Jim is back at the jail trying to get Wyatt out. And Austin comes. We find that Austin is a woman. You know, she's named that. Her dad named her after his favorite city in Texas, which is weird. A girl named Austin, but okay, Tyler, we going with it. And you know, she comes and she tells Jim that she probably will be able to get White out on jail. You know, she made a few phone calls, whatever. Then we get a scene inside the jail where the hitman is the Malone hitman. Well, he's a Malone, but he's still a hitman. He's talking to Wyatt, asking, you know, just making small talk. Ask Wyatt, you know, how he's doing, you know, since he's not able to, you know, hit the juice, the heroin, the crack, the cocaine. Y'all know Wyatt don't discriminate to these drugs. And, you know, he asked Wyatt how long he's been in here, about the different officers that come through, shift changes, etc., etc., just trying to plan out when he gonna kill this dude. I wish he'd hurry up and kill him. You know what I'm saying? Just so Wyatt should have been. Can we bring Amanda back from the dead? Like, seriously, like, can we trade Wyatt for Amanda? I know, like, if we must have a crier child on the show, why couldn't it be her? Like, her and Candy were best friends. That storyline could have been great. Amanda and Candace working together to get back at her parents. But let me stay on subject. So anyways, the hitman lets Wyatt know who he is. He tells Wyatt, you know, he kills people that hurt his family and friends. And, you know, in the hitman, he go up in the Wyatt face, you know, Wyatt's face, and they know Wyatt, guard. You know, he's screaming for the guard. He's scared. He needed me. Just kill him, Tyler, please, kill him. Like, I'm tired of it. So then we get a quick scene with David and Jeffrey at the hospital. Tyler gonna milk David be in the hospital. I'm telling y'all now, David gonna be in the hospital for at least a month of episodes. I'm just telling you now, if not longer. They basically talking about David just want Jeffrey to live a normal life, go home, don't worry about him. And Jeffrey like, no, I'm staying here until you get out. And then, you know, David is like, oh, so the reason you want to stay is because you know your little boyfriend Justin harassing you and stalking you, and he proposes to Jeffrey to come live with him. That'll solve the Justin incident. And Jeffrey was like, no, you know what I'm saying, I kind of really do got feelings for him, which was weird because the way Jeffrey be acting towards dude made me think that Jeffrey don't like him and all that kind of stuff, but shows how much I know. David apologized about how, you know, he didn't do enough when Veronica was bullying Jeffrey. You know, he should have done more as the father and all that. And he talking about making up. I don't even care nothing about this scene. You know what I'm saying? It was dry. Moving on. So we get a scene where Derek cooks breakfast for Hannah. She wakes up, you know, and the first thing on her mind is going to the bank, getting that money back to the Christ. That just pissed me off. Woman, giving everything that you just been through, you wake up and the first thing on your mind is going to give them back the money. It don't make no sense to me. Ain't that much Jesus in no TV character that they wake up the next morning and think about going to get that money back to somebody after all that she done been through. It just don't make sense to me at all. Like, it's just stupid. And she and her loyalty to the criers it really pisses me off. It really pisses me off because it just shows to me she just cared too much about the criers, man. Like, at this point, man, her well-being, her safety, bump that money. They ain't missing that money. They ain't hitting you up about that money. They ain't harassing you about when you gonna give us back the money. Candace is, but not them. Live your life, woman. You just had a traumatic experience. Like, recover from that before you start talking about going to the bank. But anyways, I'm moving on. That was a little rant. You know, and then he asked her how she slept, and she was like, oh, I slept real good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was because of that pill that Catherine gave me, and he was just like, you know, you slept good, because, you know what I'm saying, you know, I was here, you know what I'm saying? So she admitted to it that she felt good and safe because he spent the night. So moving on, we back at the jail. Austin get the call. about Wyatt Bell being set off, and her and Jim tells the officer to look into the system, yada yada yada, and the officer's like, it ain't in here yet, and we can't release him until, you know what I'm saying, come to us. And so they asked how long does that take, and he was like, every half hour on the hour, so now they got to wait. So then we get a scene where Wyatt is still calling for a guard to save him from the Malone guy. Justin comes, and you know, Wyatt is asking Justin about the drugs. I'm so sick and tired. I'm gonna give a rant at the end of this. I promise I am. And Justin takes Wyatt from the cell. Moving on, Veronica wakes up. SK needs him to call Jeffrey, and she tells him like, boy, go ahead and call me in the car on the way home. And he like, how you know all this? And she, don't worry about it, just call him, just do what I say. And then she lets him know, I need you to get some photos with him, as if y'all in a relationship. SK said, I don't do guys. And she was like, bump that. It's not, you know, blackmail Jeffrey, but it's so I can blackmail Justin and, you know what I'm saying, get him fired and all that good stuff. She got a plan to make Justin jealous, to make him do something stupid, which is going to happen. Then SK was like, okay, you know, I'll do it as soon as I, you know, wake up from sleep. And she was just like, you know, y'all little boys love trying to play Big Daddy. And she said, I need a real man, you know, blah. So then we get the final scene. Like, it was just hard for me to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoo, like, so Justin takes Wyatt into the, I'm assuming it's an interrogation room. Wyatt is begging for the drugs. Justin pulled the drugs out, flown it around, and Justin basically told Wyatt that you got to suck this D to get these D. You got to suck the D to get the D. I'm just like, Tyler, why? Man, I watched the show too, Tyler. This ain't what I want to see. And so Wyatt telling Justin, like, I'm not like that, man. I don't go that way. And so Justin threatened to take Wyatt back to the cell. And he like, no. So then eventually Wyatt get down on his knees, and I'm just oh my god, I'm just like this boy. I was watching it on my iPad. I'm just tapping the screen to see how much longer we got in the episode, because I'm just like, please go off. Like, I don't want to see. So Wyatt get down on his knees, and then Justin pulled out the phone. Justin about to record it, telling myself, I want to see how far a junkie goes to get the, to get a fix. And then I'm just like, and then, you know, Justin unzip. I'm just like, Lord, cover me in your blood, Lord. Cover me in your blood. I want to see. So I was so happy when I seen Jim and Austin bust up in there. Man, I was just like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't want to see that mess, man. But you know what I'm saying? You just never know how the show gonna end. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't even want to talk about it. It was just uncomfortable for me to watch, man. But my rant, I'm so tired of Tyler Perry. The energy that he put into Jeffrey love triangle, Justin, Wyatt, just pretty much that. It pisses me off because I feel like, and then like I was talking about earlier, the Candace and the Benny scene, I need him to put that energy that he puts into the Justin character, Jeffrey character, and Wyatt character into the others. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the other characters, the Candace, the Veronicas, even the Criers, even Hannah, I don't even like Hannah. You know, they bring way more value to the show. And it's not because these characters are gay or nothing like that, but it's just the way, the direction he takes their storyline. And it's basically a direction of stalking and just doing way too much. I don't have a problem with him being gay. You know what I'm saying? But the direction that he takes their storyline, it just irks me. You know, I need him to put that energy that he puts into their storyline into everybody else's character. That way the show could continue to get better and better, because at this point, I just watch the show and feel like Jeffrey, Justin, Wyatt, and Madison, Jeffrey Nurse is gonna get a spinoff, and now they want to come work on the doggone building. So I guess that's all I got. Don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys later. They so rude.